Hello, I'm doing this video sitting beside my nativity set just before I pack it all away. And I'm doing that because I want to speak a little bit from the story of the three wise men. Now, as some of you know, I haven't got a very good visual memory. I don't remember faces well or places. So if I go to a town that I don't know very well and park somewhere, I have to be careful to note some landmarks as I walk around so that I know how to get back to the car. I wonder if the wise men in some of their journey to the stable had done the same. For them it wouldn't be shops, it wouldn't be street names, but it could be rivers or oases, mountains. The trouble is for them that the way that they went to the stable was not the way they had to go home again. The way that they went to the stable also, they had the star guiding them all the way. Okay, it looks like they ignored it for a bit and went on a wrong turn to Herod's palace, but they did have that guide all the way there. But then, do you remember, they were told to go back a different way, not via Herod, so that Herod didn't know where the baby Jesus was or the young child Jesus was. So certainly for the first part of the journey, they had to go a different way, a way that they didn't know, and also a way where the star would not be guiding them anymore. I would think that meant some difficulties for them, probably some discussion amongst them. Well, do we go that way or do we go that way? And in a sense, at the beginning of this 2021, we're faced with having to go a different way to the way that we've perhaps started every new year until now. We're not sure about what will face us in the way of restrictions, of lockdowns, of family members or ourselves catching the coronavirus, what it means to our plans. We might be feeling a bit lost like those wise men as they set back a different way. But let's notice that they were actually following God's words in starting out that different way. So as we set off in 2021, we'll need to discern what is God's way in this new era, new world that we're in. I wonder, for example, have you thought about ways in which you will try new ways of deepening in discipleship, ways of prayer and Bible study? We're not able to have as much in and from our churches for this, although we're doing what we can, including online. But there are so many different ways, different helps, different aids for prayer, for discipleship. Have a think about that. Families are going to have to find new ways of being family. Don't forget to talk about it. Don't forget to learn from each other. And I think also, as a church, from St Altman's in particular, but also from Falls and Tilstock, we're going to have to learn new ways to go forward as a church, to go forward in our worship, to go forward in our service to others. For St Altman's and Whitchurch, one of the areas following sad losses amongst our musicians, we're going to have to try and discern what God's will is, what God's direction is for our music. As we can't meet or can't visit as much, we're going to have to continue to find new ways of pastoral care, of looking after not only each other but those in the wider community too. For all our three parishes, we're going to be asked to take part in a deanery initiative, Shaping for Mission, again looking to the future. And for all our three churches, how do we do better to get our presence and God's message online? So quite a lot to be thinking about. And some of the familiar landmarks of the past, be they people or ways of doing things, we don't have any longer. So I'm going to finish with the end of a piece from Iona, slightly adapted, of words put into the mouth of one of the wise men. We found it hard and intellectually demeaning to bow the knee to the son of refugees. And all this upset was compounded when it came to journeying back, and we discovered that we had to go home by another way. That is the trouble with God. He does not let you leave as you came. He sends you back, stripped of your presumptions, making for home by another way. So may we be willing to let go of familiar ways that are no longer helpful and previously held assumptions as we, individually and together, continue to travel home with God and to God. Amen. Thank you for watching.